Christian Novels Audiobooks, The Story of Wayne and Jean Vozzolo, The Cross Penny, episode number 48. 3 hours later, the bus stopped in front of the post office in his mom's community. Mark climbed off and started the walk to his mother's house, just a few blocks away. His stomach growled again. "Okay, Bear, be patient. I will feed you when I first get home," he said to himself as he quickened his pace. Man, home. I feel great about coming home. I've missed Gwen so much, and Mama too. I'll get to sleep in my own bed, have a hot shower with soap and shampoo, get rid of this itchy beard, comb my hair with a comb that actually has teeth in it, put on all clean clothes with no holes, and some cologne. Yes! Mark pulled out his billfold and fished around for a spare key to the house just before he darted up the driveway to the kitchen door. Mama's going to be really surprised. He turned the key and went inside. It's 3:25. Mama will be home in about 20 minutes if she's still working the same shift at the machine shop. Mark went on down the hallway to his room. What in the world? He had to move several packed boxes just to toss his drab green duffel bag on his bed. Why are my things off the wall? What's going on here? He pulled his wallet from his back pocket and put it on the corner of his dresser. That feels much better. His stomach growled again. Okay, I'm headed to the kitchen right now. He opened the refrigerator and pulled out eggs, green olives, and shredded cheese. As he scrambled several eggs, he pulled out that one lonely penny from his pocket. I want to keep this separate. He opened the junk drawer to get a black permanent marker and made an X on the penny, tossed the marker back in the drawer, shut it, and laid the penny next to his plate. Oh yeah, my eggs are ready. He turned off the skillet and plated them. As a finishing touch, he placed green olives for eyes and a mouth and added shredded cheese for hair and whiskers. "Sheriff's Department, make yourself known right now. We know you're in there," shouted a man with a gun drawn as he opened the unlocked door. Mark raised his hands. I'm right here. Now put your hands on top of your head." As he did, the officer placed handcuffs on one of his wrists and twisted it down behind his back and cuffed the other wrist. "What are you doing?" "Arresting you for breaking and entering and unlawful occupancy of a residence." "But this is my home. I live here. I use my key." "Not according to the next door neighbor," the one officer said as he frisked Mark. "Tell it to the judge." The second officer pulled out a card and read, "You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand these rights?" "Yes." The two officers took him outside and put him in the back seat of the patrol car. Mark watched as they went to the neighbor's house and knocked on the door. "Mrs. Bale. Nosy Mrs. Bale. I should have known, but at least she is watching out for Mama in Mama's house. I can't fault her for that." Mrs. Bale came outside and began to tell things as she saw them. Mark had no idea what was being said amongst the three. "I wonder if this patrol car is soundproof. I can't hear a word they're saying." His stomach growled again. "Oh, shut up. I was trying to feed you a green-eyed monster." It growled again. "That bear is not happy." His mother's car pulled up past the patrol car and into the driveway. Mama, you look so beautiful," he said out loud. No one, not even his mama, could hear him. He watched her get out of the car in her blue, grimy coveralls and go over to the trio. "What's going on here?" she asked. "Mrs. Tompkins?" asked one officer. "Yes, I'm Beth Tompkins." "Your neighbor was just taking care of your house. She saw someone enter your kitchen door," said the officer as he pointed up the driveway and called it in. "We arrested the guy inside your kitchen. We checked and no one else was in the house." "Oh, my. Thank you, Mrs. Bell." "You're welcome, dear." The officer continued, We need you to go through your house and see if anything is out of place. One room has filled boxes." "Sure," she said. The two officers and Mrs. Bell followed Beth inside the kitchen door. "He was cooking a meal when we arrested him," one of the officers pointed out. Beth walked toward the stove. "He was cooking this?" she exclaimed as she grabbed hold of the plate. No, it can't be."